you use a jigsaw to try and cut a straight line, guarantee the line won't be straight.
Okay.
You need a proper saw.
Get a proper saw. He's gonna get a proper saw.
I've had this saw 20 years.
Have you?
Yeah. So you've had 3 blades and 2 new handles. It's lasted well, isn't it?
Oh my god.
Oh, that was lucky.
Why? What?
That's the outside. This is the piece you want to cut out. So you don't want to be cutting there.
Okay, on the inside. Okay.
There you go. Right, so this is
the one we're cutting out.
Yeah. So you want to
Fingers crossed. How far this way? This way.
Oh yeah, look. There goes the workbench.
Is it in the workbench?
A little bit.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. How much?
Smooth all that out.
Yeah. Great, we did it.
Show me how to use a jigsaw, Bob.
Ah, I need that after lunch.
Oh, do you?
That was lucky then, wasn't it?
You just done that,
Yeah.
Builder's daughter, done good, mate. You taught her well.
did I? Is it going all right?
Yeah, as good as can be. Look how lovely and straight that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're impressed.
I'm impressed. I couldn't have done it that straight.
Couldn't you?
No, it would have been like a snake.
Yeah.
And it's more controllable when you get to the end and you get nice, clean. There you go, look at that, simple way.
So now we finished cutting out all the worktop. I'm now going to be staining them. So I've done 4 layers of this varnish, and then I'm going to be doing 1 layer of this clear varnish here as well. They're both low in VOCs, and if you haven't seen Mel's video on low VOCs, you should check it out up here.
Now that Rebecca's treated this, I think that looks really nice. What she's done, she's varnished it, flattened it down, then re-varnished it again, so it's giving it its nice sheen. And she's left all these little bits because she wanted it to look a bit rustic. Now here's the thing, I've realised something. I've tried to fit it in here. It fits pretty perfect, but here's the thing. Originally I was going to drill some holes in this sink and screw it up underneath the work surface, but now I've put it in place, I've realised there's actually a small gap under here. If you want to come in a bit closer, Rebecca, you can see there's a gap. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this out, the bottom bit underneath. I'm going to cut this out, drop the sink in here traditionally into this bit, then hopefully that will support the sink, and that little gap will be just enough to hold this sink, if I put it under there, in place. So I don't have to drill into the sink. It will literally sandwich, the sink will be sandwiched between the lower and the upper work surface. And if it doesn't work, I can still drill holes in it and screw it, but I'm going to cut it out, drop it in, just to see what happens. So I've realised I need to cut this lip off the sink just this lip here, so it fits nice and flush. The only power I've got is my POWEROAK. I want to use my angle grinder. So, well, finally, something the POWEROAK can't do. It says error 36. I guess my angle grinder's just a little bit too powerful for the POWEROAK. Damn. So this is the waste pipe for our sink. Now I just saw Rebecca struggling to put this together. She was like forcing it in. And I said to her, hang about, I've got something to make that a lot easier. A little bit of silicone grease. And this, not silicone seal, silicone grease, around the O-ring, and it slides in so much easier. And Rebecca was really trying to force that in. So I thought I'd just share that little tip with you guys. A little bit of silicone grease around your O-ring makes things slide in a little bit simpler. Now before I put the work surface and screw it down permanently, I'm going to fix the tap into this hole, purely because it just makes it that little bit easier to do it before I put it in place. And this is the tap that Rebecca wants in her campervan. Look at that, so that's our tap fitted. Just check that works. Yeah, kind of. Now before I fit this in its final place, I just need to put a bead of silicone around the top of the sink so that it'll stop any water getting underneath this work surface and getting into there. That's all it needs, isn't it? Because it'll squish down.
Yeah, it'll squish down. And then we can seal it when the worktop's down. As well, on the edge.
Yeah. Try and get this down in one go. See,
Job's done.
not quite, I've got to put screws. So I'm going to screw it up from underneath and it's going to sandwich it, the sink will be sandwiched between the two pieces of timber. Screws, let's go in. There you go, look at that. Not really pleased with that.
Oh, it's good. We just clean it around the edge.
Yeah, just with my finger.
Yeah, lick your finger. Seal it around.
Now this filler, all I'm going to do is put a bit of silicone around this, but first I'm going to put the pipe on there that fills the water tank, and then I'm going to screw that straight down in there like that. And that's our sink done. Check that out. Hang on, we're missing one thing.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
It looks so good.
That does look really good, doesn't it?
It looks lush.
I really like that.
Yeah, you've done an amazing job.
Now, going from previous experience, I know that people are going to be asking me where we got the sink from. The sink actually come from Ikea of all places. So I'll just quickly show you what sink you need to buy if you want to replicate this. I'll try and put a link in the description if I can find it on the Ikea website. But if not, just in case, the sink is a bohelium, I think that's what it says. And you'll also need the waste pipe, which is a, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but there you go, that's your waste pipe, and there's your sink. And the tap and all the other fittings are of Amazon, so I'll put a link in the description for where you can get those as well. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra for now.
See, he doesn't have the tools on him. He's not prepared at all. always make sure you have your tools on you because you waste so much time hunting for your tools. Ooh, like a glove.
like a glove.
We both did the
Right,
same
let's do
thing.
the other side. Stop messing around.